here. What was that like tonight?
I think it's really exciting. Whenever I'm usually out there wrestling, I have pretty good tunnel vision. Even though there's a crowd behind me and there's a couple thousand people in the arena, it's kind of just I love the sport so much, and I've done this for 19 years now, so I'm pretty focused when I go out there, and my head's in the right place. And even though there's thousands of fans in there, it feels the same every time, because when you go out there, you're wrestling, you're focused. You're just focused on you and in that center circle. So it's exciting every single time.
It looked like from your facial expression when you came out, yeah, you did kind of do this real quick, and that was a very impressive crowd tonight. So, is that motivating in any way to say, wow, these people want to see me wrestle?
Yeah, I think it's Stillwater's a special place. The people that come here are special people. The wrestlers step on that mat are all special guys. So there's a lot of good stuff going on here in Stillwater, and it's just contagious when you're in that environment, and there's so much passion towards a sport, and they're all here to support the Cowboys, and they want to see some good wrestling, and we like to deliver that every single time.
How different was he tonight in the way he tried to wrestle with you than he was in the Cliff King?
Yeah, I think every single time you wrestle someone, you guys feel each other's style more and more. I respect Isaac. He's a great wrestler, and we've been friends for quite some time. We won worlds together. I think I might have given him too much respect today. I think when I go out there, I'm usually go, go, go. I think I let off the gas a little bit too much and let him open up in some of his positions. But he's a great wrestler. So if you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile, because he's out there to win too. We're both want the same thing. So yeah.
So how deflating did you feel like Kale's pin was for NC State tonight?
If I saw my guy out there getting pinned, it kind of just takes it out. It's really hard to gain momentum back after something like that. So we were in the back room, and I can't sit mat side anymore because I just get too emotionally invested. But we're just sitting there on the TV, just relaxing. We see Kale getting his back, and we just jump up, and we're like, because you just know the feeling of both sides. If your team's getting the pin, it just lights a fire. But also, if you're the team getting pinned, it puts your fire out. It just kind of extinguishes you. So, after something like that, the momentum of the duel just carries through, and it never really stops.
Can that, as far as how it impacts the rest of y'all, does that mean a little more when it's a guy like Kale who doesn't always get this opportunity?
I think, yeah, it's exciting to see those guys go out there and wrestle hard, because if you wrestle hard, you're going to get rewarded. I think we're kind of realizing more that there's a lot more pins available when you just kind of look for them. I don't go out there thinking I'm going to pin the people. I just want to wrestle hard and catch them in every position. Even when I wrestled Isaac at NC State at Las Vegas, I pinned him just because I was looking for it. I just fell into it and I caught him. So I think if you're more cognizant of it, you can catch people in pins. Because it is it's the hardest thing to do. It's the most rewarding in points. So obviously you think like, hey, that's pretty tough. But as soon as I've pinned hundreds of people, but you just got to kind of catch them when they're not expecting it. And as soon as you get someone on their back, you just get like a superhuman strength. And you just I know for me, if I get someone on their back, I just squeeze them until the rep blows a whistle. It's just, you get that superhuman strength for a couple seconds.
That was, I think, Kale's first match or competing in a match since November. All things considered, how impressed were you with how was it able to just go out there and dominate?
I think it's exciting to see him after a little bit of time still go out there and pick up where he left off. Wrestling's a tough sport. We got bruises here and there all the time, so seeing him just go out there, it just kind of shows that could be anyone on the team. Any one of these guys could have something wrong, but even when we're not wrestling, we're not getting better. We're still training. We're still, even though you're not on the mat, you're still in there getting all your conditioning, you're getting your lifts in. So, I think that's just a testament to that's the way it's going to be for anyone. It's awesome seeing Kale do that, but if let's say someone gets hurt next week, I have no doubt that in a month they'll be ready to go again in NCAAs and be ready to win a national title.
Anything else, guys?
Y'all are beating teams. I think it was the third largest margin of victory ever at OSU. Might be second after tonight. It's close to that. But what does that mean? And do y'all, I don't know, are y'all able to appreciate what y'all are doing this season? Or
I think everything's going to lead up to the NCAA tournament. Obviously, this is during the year. We don't want to peak right now. We want to get all the kinks and everything out right now, because when it comes to NCAAs, we want to be fine-tuned and ready to go. So while we're kind of wrestling, I think it's good that we're trying to get as much wrestling as we can. We're also trying to build our attitude. So, I mean, I've said this many times in the past couple years, when I go out there, I'm wrestling to, I don't care if I'm winning by 1 or 10, I'm gonna score more points. And like everyone on the team kind of has that mentality. Like even though like the duel is completely sealed and, you know, we could lose every match or even win every match by not wrestling, you don't see that. You see, you know, Luke Serby, these guys going and getting techs, pins. So, I mean, you kind of see our attitude is, you know, we're not wrestling just to win, we're wrestling to dominate. And that there's a difference when you go out there and do that.
Has that attitude developed over the past couple of weeks, or since y'all been doing it more and more regularly?
Yeah, I think it kind of just, Coach Taylor came in here. I think it's important to mention something, but he's been harping on it a lot. And so I think it's more, because you hear a lot of great knowledge all the time. And sometimes, you know, you're really focused for a day, but then you forget the next week. So I think what the coaching staff has been doing is just a great job at every single week. They remind us of it. You know, it's not because they're like, this is who we are. This is the attitude we're going to have. They're not just going to say something, let's forget about it. And if we mess up, they're like, hey, you know, we just had a really good duel. We dominated them, but, 34-3. But he was still like, we got a lot of room for improvement. There's a lot of matches we could have finished our periods, you know, in a more dominant position. And like, there's always room for improvement. So as long as you keep that mentality of, you know, you're climbing a mountain with no top, I mean, that's what you have to have. If you ever get content, that's when you're going to stop learning, you're going to stop getting better.
Wyatt, you had success in your process to get to Tulsa, and success in Tulsa. How is this different? I mean, it's got to be different in ways than you did it at AFA.
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest difference right now is just, you know, with time comes experience, you know, with experience comes a little bit more wisdom, and I'm obviously a mastery, you know, so obviously this is my fifth year in college, so I've kind of got all the base I built at Air Force Academy, you know, is still carrying me through today. So I've got more time to, you know, wrestle versus doing academics and some other stuff. I'm obviously just really blessed I can be here, you know. The world-class athlete program, they're the ones that are letting me compete in college right now. So, you know, it's just exciting.
What was it like to have Diego come speak to you guys last week, and what did he say to you guys?
It was really cool. I mean, you always see these, you know, famous figures, you know, on TV and stuff. I mean, they're just all human. There's guys like us that want to go have some fun and learn to get better. So it's been really exciting to, you know, help develop him in his wrestling, because, you know, if I fought him, I'd lose pretty bad. You know, if I wrestle him, it's, you know, he has that open mindset of learning. And so seeing him in the room and, you know, just realizing he's just one of the guys, wants to get better and wants to have fun. So it was really just exciting. It's a little different. You know, we've had a lot of different people come in and out, and it was pretty special, because he was just like, every day he showed up with the biggest smile. We play our little games before practice, and he was like, can I learn? Can I help? Can I have some fun too? So it was just kind of like fun to see him training hard, you know, just like we are.